Hey guys, this is Instructor Joe. So today I'll be finally showing you the art of drawing your pistol, basically. Yeah, so let's just get straight to it. So right now I got my rig on. Let's see, down, cool. All right, I got my rig on, airsoft Glock and everything. Yeah, even though it's empty, there's no CO2 cartridge in here. I'll do that later, but yeah, cool. So I'm usually not wearing shorts, but I am for this one. So when it comes to drawing your pistol, you always want to know where your hands are, basically. So I don't know if you guys seen that movie where this race car driver doesn't know where to put his hands. You always want to know where to put your hands are when you're drawing your gun. So with your dominant hand, I'm right-handed, so my right hand's dominant, obviously. With my non-dominant hand, I want to anchor it. It could be on your stomach, it could be on your chest, it could just be stationary on your chest. But when you go to a first movement on drawing your firearm, you always want to anchor your hand, whether it be a tactical rig competition or even like a concealed carry rig. You always want to anchor your hand. So my natural anchoring is like right in the middle, like right around where my heart is. When I'm going to my first movement and drawing my gun, I immediately go to anchor my hand and then get a positive grip on my gun itself. So positive grip, you're gonna have a good high grip, no space there, no space there if you can. I know sometimes it's a little bit awkward with the holster and everything, but positive grip. So my dominant hand, anchoring it, my non-dominant hand, anchoring it, my dominant hand, I'm getting my positive grip on my gun. Doesn't matter, Glock, CZ, SIG, mind you. Now keep in mind if you have like a level 2 or 3 type holster, you need to disengage that safety, which I'll demonstrate later on. But you need to disengage the lock safety on the holster itself when you get to that movement. Yeah. But first position, anchoring your hand and get into a positive grip on your gun. Second position, you want to clear the gun out of the holster. Now, sometimes when you anchor your hand, you can kind of move up your hand just to get to that repetition of where your hands are. So 1, 2, clearing the holster. My hand's kind of gonna slightly move, or you can just like keep it anchored. It's all up to you how you do it. People do it different ways. Or you can still carry and draw. Sometimes you need to move something out of the way a little bit more to get to that gun. But yeah, I'm not gonna do carry and draw right now. So it's just anchoring my hand, positive grip on my hand. So 1, 2, clearing the holster. Now as I'm clearing the holster, many people have different types of holsters. My open competition holster will have like a little bit, it's tilted a little bit more forward, and then it has like a big cutout right there, so I don't have to like move it to this kind of position. Well, I go straight out instead of like coming up. But as you know, it's natural for me to angle the gun to like this to clear the holster, so I know I'm clear of the holster. So 1, 2, clearing the holster. Now the third position, you want to point the gun at where you want to shoot it. Or retention position. Now I know in some what's it called? Practices, no, not really just practices, some academies or something, they want you to tilt the gun towards where you're gonna shoot at. Now the theory behind tilting the gun to where you're gonna shoot at is a close combat situation. So if I were to point the gun like this, I could fire from this position. Retention position, notice my hand is anchored, the muzzle is like forward of my body. I'm leaning a little bit back, so that's if you choose to do this kind of draw. It's not very competitive, but tactical wise, some people prefer doing this, especially if a threat is like a foot, 3 feet in front of you or something, 5 foot in front of you. Never do it past like a yard or so, because it's kind of weird. You can try it, I mean, but you don't need to. It's all in your opinion. But yeah, 1, 2, 3. As you know, it's going there. Or for my tactical position or my competitive position, I'm just going straight to this different type of retention position, because I know I'm not going to shoot here. I need to present the gun before I shoot it in competitive world. But tactical, it's up to you. A competitive, just going straight out. Notice in my competitive, I'm not angling my back forward or my upper body forward because I'm not intending to shoot the gun. With this one, it just clears the muzzle of your body, your upper body and everything. Maybe this creates a space where you step back when you tactical draw or defense draw. There's other techniques. I'm just trying to show you a general, and then you can take it however you want to. So again, let's go first step, and you anchor my hand, getting positive control of the gun. Second step is clearing the holster of it. Third is getting to a retention position. It could be this, could be that tactical, just a retention position. And then lastly, presenting the gun up to your line of sight, however your line of sight is. Yeah, this camera's kind of short right now, but I'll show you how it is. So let's kind of get it in further away angle. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, presenting up there. If you notice my dominant hand, my non-dominant hand when I do it, it's out of the way. You don't want to like stand there and then just like that, because like sometimes if you're not careful, you might flag your hand and everything. But you never want anything in front of the barrel you don't intend to shoot at. So yeah, like so. And you can practice this movement at home. You can do it in isolation movements. 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can go back to 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. If you notice, I get a lot of comments when in my classes. Why do I tilt the gun a little bit when I'm at this retention position? Because it's ergonomic. I don't want to sit there. I don't want to sit there and like straight like that. See how my body is like kind of weird and everything, going straight out. It's gonna be natural for me to just tilting a little bit off axis because it's ergonomic for me to go up to there. It's more ergonomic for me doing that than it is to like going straight. It's whatever ergonomically possible you can do it. It just depends on how you interpret how to do stuff. There's different interpretations. When I'm doing the tactical or like the defense stuff, like I'll start closer because I want to create that space when I'm doing it. So I'm drawing, shooting, and shoot there. So it's going to be a little bit different because it's a different situation. Awesome. Yeah. And from going backwards too, I don't know if anybody of you work out, but it's again isolation. You can go from 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm used to just like where my holster is. When you're first getting into it and everything, especially if you're trying to decide on how you want to place your rig and everything, you want to look at where you're holstering, because you don't want to like fumble and then say, you want to look at where it is when you're first doing it. But I've been doing this for so long, I created that muscle memory of getting to it. Yeah, you just practice. As you see on my Instagram videos, I try to do this like at least 20 minutes, 3 times a week. Yeah. So, just recap. First position, anchoring your hand, getting to a positive grip on your gun. Second, clearing the holster. Third, a retention position. Could be this way, could be this way. It all depends on how you want to do it. The fourth is presenting your gun to your line of sight. So having different rigs will kind of vary your draw technique. So the easiest one is having a tactical rig, something like that. So I have the CO2 in here, so it's gonna shoot. So when you're drawing and everything, it should be pretty natural. I mean, you work at it till you get to 1, 2, 3, 4, shoot if you want to. Now at the shooting range, you can practice your 3 to 4 movement like so. Like you can get to this position, as you notice, I'm tilted. It's because it's ergonomic. So 3 to 4, and then you can shoot. So again, 3 to 4, you can shoot. You can even double tap at a range to it. But yeah, at home, you don't even have to like, you don't even have to have magazine in it or anything. It's a Glock or something. Just you can get back to the single action. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. Or if you're gonna do it the tactical way, doing this with there. So something like that. I'm doing it a bit fast because I'm just so used to it. But again, if you want to see it in slow, see that position for combative technique clears it. So because you don't wanna fire and it's gonna hit yourself right here. This one, your gun's pointed towards what you want to shoot at, and it's not gonna hit you like that. It's and present out. And you'll see these videos like all over Instagram, YouTube, or something like that. They have the dummy just like that. So that's where that comes from. Or a movie with Tom Cruise. Alright, as I said, different rigs are gonna have different potentials. Change my pants for this so you can see how it varies. So appendix carry. So with appendix carry, when you're drawing your gun, if you have something over your shirt, you're gonna probably have something over your gun like so, right? So you want to clear that space where your gun is. There's a couple techniques you can do. Some people just like you'll see online, they grab their undershirt right here, move up, and then they can present their gun out, which looks like this. So if you see the position where my non-dominant hand is, where I have that, is the same position as when I'm anchoring it when I have my duty holster. It's just muscle memory to get to that point right here. Now what I like to do, because I wear different types of shirts, some of them aren't weighted at the bottom, like this hoodie is kind of weighted at the bottom. I like to grab my shirt and then just like pull it all the way up or something like that because I need to clear that. I wear different types of shirts. Different types of shirts are going to be like less flowy, more flowy. When I grab a hold of it, I just practice whatever new, like try this 2 or 3 times when I have my holster and all that stuff on, just to see if I can clear it or how far I need to do, because I'm a short guy, so some of these things go like over my ass. So I have to just see how it is presenting reholster. Well, you're not gonna reholster in a combat situation, or see where I need to grab, but the technique's still the same. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, or if they're like close to me, 1, 2, 3, 4. Shooting from that 3rd position. All right. Now, if you're one of those people who can still carry on the side, like 3, 4, 5, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for you. You don't need to transition into the appendix, like how to grab it and whatnot. You just need to let's see. I'm not used to side carries so much. You just need to kind of refine how you're gonna draw your holster, because again, you're gonna have, most likely, you're gonna have a shirt over it or something over the gun itself to maybe conceal it. It doesn't have to be just one shirt. It could be like overshirt or something. I saw like 330 position or so. So we'll go with that. All right, go with this. Cool. So like 3:30, 4 o'clock position. You need to kind of change your stance a little bit, because when you're getting to it, you need to clear that holster. As you see, I'm grabbing my shirt like I do on appendix carry, but some people will just use that shirt, hold it, and then draw up on it, like so. So you just have to kind of figure out how ergonomically to set up your rig and like to just test it out, everything. That's the way I do it. I grab my shirt like that. Some people, when they're getting ready or something, where they feel that they need to, they kind of come up with their other hand, but they can clear it. This anchors it here, same as anchoring. So go into 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So same movements. As you see, it's roughly a same kind of anchoring position. Getting to it whether I'm doing this or if I'm doing what I naturally do. Same kind of anchoring position. It just all depends on how you want to carry. Now if you have like an overshirt or something, I didn't buckle my pants all the way. But if you have like a flowy shirt or something where this is still exposed, you might have to like flick that out of the way so you can get it. As you see, it's gonna be anchored. So flick it out, get to it. Some of the overshirts are flowy too, so it's sometimes you have to make sure it's out of the way, get to it, but sometimes that shirt catches on right here. So it's gonna be a little bit difficult, but you have to just work around it. Or even like put some weights on the bottom of the shirts right here, like sew it in, and so you can like just pause it and flip out of the way so you can get to your gun. Now lastly, as I mentioned, some people have like a level 2 or 3 type of holster for like a security, peace officers or something like that. It's just another mechanism you have to think about getting to that level 2. Let's see if this gun fits in it. I don't have a light on it. It kind of fits in there, but it's weird. Yeah. So if you have like a level 2 or 3 type of holster, you need to just engage that safety on that 1 count. So then you can get to the gun, present it out. Different holsters are gonna have a different release. A lot of more approved holsters are gonna have that thumb snap safety. This just has a hood. Some of them don't have a hood but have the internal lock, like somewhere over here, which you still need to use your thumb. I know a new company just created another kind of thumb release. Sometimes level 3 holsters will have 2 mechanisms. So when you push down and then you push forward or something like that. But you have to incorporate that into your 1 count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or what they're doing now, 1, 2, 3, third position. As you notice, it's not perfectly angled like so. I just more ergonomically, just how it's a little bit tilted, just how it's like tilted here for me in a retention position, tilted a little bit there because that's just more natural for me. So 1, 2, 3. 3, and then 4. You get that concept. But yeah. So I hope that helped a number of you kind of wrap your mind around how you want to draw your holster and everything. It's gonna change. I mean, it's usually just 4 count movement. If each of the other instructors is gonna be maybe different, maybe the same, maybe a little bit more better, but it's all it takes is practice. Practice. A lot of people think that they need to practice holster draw on a range and everything. I said, I need holster draw on the range, but most indoor ranges, or most ranges in general, will not let you holster draw just due to liability purposes. Where it comes down to it is practicing at home, because just practicing this at home, even just without anything, just single action, everything. It all takes that, like 20 minutes a day, just like isolating. You can videotape yourself, see what you need to do. If you're flagging your hand or something like that, you don't want to do that. Just practice. You don't need to do this at the range, because muscle memory, just like shooting habits, all it takes is repetition. Muscle memory. That pen exercise that I showed you on my marksmanship series. This is going there. 2 to 3, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 3 to 4. It's just all on that movement. You don't need to live fire. You just need to work out. You can even take it to the extreme, where you can get a weight. And you can like kind of set it up and present out like so. You can do that. There's some shooting workouts that you can do stuff that kind of implement that stuff. And this is going to be heavier than your gun. This is just an 8-pound weight, but it's going to be heavier than your gun. But then if you like get that really good, just that repetition. Then when you move on to your other gun, you're gonna be a little bit more faster because you're not gonna lag because of that little weight. See? Whatever fancies your boat, whatever you feel like doing in that moment. All it takes is 20 minutes a day, 2-3 times a week, and you can gain that habit. Well, it's Instructor Joe, and happy shooting.